The park is filthy, and you don't have any cleaners. You should hire some. This park is a mess. I'm talking dirty. Well, I'm not talking dirty, I'm just saying. The park is a mess, and you should hire some cleaners. The park is getting pretty dirty, and you don't have anybody to clean it up. Maybe you should hire some cleaners. There aren't any cleaners, and this place is a mess. You need to hire some. This place is becoming a mess, and you don't have any cleaners. Have you thought about hiring some? Oh, I just stepped in something unspeakable. The park is getting messy, and you don't have any cleaners. Maybe you should hire some. You could use more cleaners in a park this big. Have you thought about hiring some more? Your cleaners are working hard, but there aren't enough for a park of this size. Have you considered hiring more? You don't have enough cleaners to handle a park this size, and things are getting a little out of control. Maybe you should hire some more. It looks like a cleaners' convention out there. Do you need this many in a park this size? You've got a lot of cleaners for a park this size. Are all of them necessary? You have the maximum number of cleaners for parks, so if you need to improve the cleaning workforce, you'll have to train them. You've got 10 cleaners now, and that is the most you can have. If you need more work from the cleaning staff, you'll have to train them. Your cleaners aren't very efficient, and believe me, it's not a pretty sight. Maybe you should train them. Have you thought about training your cleaners? They could work more effectively if you did. Your cleaners would do a better job if you trained them. Your cleaners are doing a great job. Training them was money well spent. Training your cleaners has really paid off. They are now among the foremost cleaners in the world. No joke. The cleaners could do a better job if you set their patrol areas. Your cleaners could keep the park cleaner if you set their patrol areas. Your cleaners aren't keeping the park very tidy. They would do a better job if you set their patrol areas. There aren't any cleaners patrolling some areas of your park. There are parts of the park that don't have a cleaner patrolling them. Some parts of the park don't have a cleaner patrolling them, and they could use a little tidying up. Ooh, this toilet is a real toilet! Click on the Call Cleaner button to have someone look at it. Oh.
Your toilets are getting pretty dirty, but you don't have any cleaners to clean them. Have you thought about hiring some?
Your toilets are getting pretty dirty, and unless you want to clean them, you should hire some cleaners. Your toilets are a mess, and they're becoming a health hazard. This job is for professionals. You need to hire some cleaners. Have you been in the toilets recently? They're so dirty that they're making people sick. You should hire some cleaners to clean them. The toilets are getting dirty. You should check that a cleaner is patrolling and have him pop in. Oh! Your toilets are filthy and they're making people sick. You should make sure a cleaner patrols the area. Your toilets are getting toxic. People are dropping like flies and the flies are dropping like each other. You should have a cleaner patrol the area. Some little horror has put a stink bomb in your park. Oh, you should get it cleaned up before people get sick. Honestly, it's worse than the entertainers. Some little terrorist has set off a stink bomb in your park. You'd better get it cleaned up before people get sick and you really have something to clean up. Some joker is littering around your park. See if you can get a cleaner over there to clean up his mess. There's a litter bug running amok in the park. You should get a cleaner on the case and clean up the mess. The cleaners aren't happy, and if things don't improve, they are threatening to go on strike. The cleaners are unhappy. If you don't do something to improve the situation, they say they will go on strike. The cleaners are annoyed about something, and they say they'll go on strike if things don't get better. Just a reminder, if the situation doesn't improve by the end of the month, the cleaners will go on strike. I hate to be a pest, but you should remember that the cleaners will strike at the end of the month if things don't get better. Did you remember that the cleaners will strike at the end of the month if things don't improve? Come quick, the cleaners are on strike. The cleaners have walked off the job. They're on strike. Do you know how many managers it takes to empty a litter bin? Neither do I, but I have a feeling we're going to find out. The cleaners just went on strike. The cleaners have come back to work, but you should improve things soon or they will strike again. The cleaners' strike is over, but you should keep making improvements or they will walk off the job again. Hooray! The cleaners' strike is over, but don't stop now. You should keep improving things or they'll strike again. The cleaners are happy that things are now better and they've called off the strike. The cleaners are satisfied with your improvements and have decided not to strike after all. Now that the situation has improved, the cleaners have called off their strike.